everybody likes a legacy recruit, and Florida State has a couple legacy recruits in this signing class. Aaron Hester, a defensive end out of Jacksonville. His father, Ron Hester, played at Florida State back in the day, and he's actually a defensive end listed at 6'3", 223 pounds, committed to Florida State back in January. So he's been committed for about a full year, maybe longer. He's been committed to Florida State for a really long time. One of the first commitments in this class, and there's a guy who maybe was a little bit under the radar when he committed, but it seems like he has done well. Florida State's coaches really like him a lot. Dominic, you've had a chance to watch some of his tape. What do you see out of Aaron Hester?
I can see why they like him a lot. Of the three linemen, he appears to be the one closest to being ready. I have him rated at a 2.4, which is 1/10 away from what I consider a guy that's college ready. 2.5 would be a guy that's college ready, no red shirt, ready to contribute, right out the gate. But he kind of has multiple things that need to be developed. Usually that's size and then understanding or learning the technique. But when I watched his film, I just saw a player that projected to be really special at the college level. And the biggest thing I saw was just he has this punch at the point of attack, whether that's in block destruction or tackling the ball carrier, that just jumped out of the page on me. And, he not only does he have that punch, there you see him run, but then you'll see him, here he's going to beat two blocks and contain the quarterback, force a bad throw and an interception for his team. On the very next clip, he's going to destroy the ball carrier after he defeats a block. You see punch. There's two punches at the point of attack. Here, he's going to beat the end. Again, he beats the end with a good punch at the point of attack. And then here's him running. This is a jet sweep. He stops and plays the quarterback and then chases down the jet sweep. So that tells me this guy's got some speed. He's got some explosiveness. And then obviously, those three plays prior, you see his punch at the point of attack. It seems to be above any of the other players in the defensive class for this class. So, really, really excited to see where this goes. He almost, could be a linebacker, but just depending on scheme. I haven't got a chance to really, break down, the Florida State's defensive scheme yet. So I don't know where he fits in terms of that. But he's a guy that looks like he's, again, coming back to the word of versatility. He seems like a guy that can do multiple things, and he's not just a defensive end. He's he could be a linebacker in some schemes.
So it's funny you say this because, again, like I said, he wasn't probably one of the highest rated guys on some of the recruiting services. But Florida State really liked him. I think he went to some camps though last summer and really impressed. I think he kind of blew some people away. So it seems like he maybe flew under the radar early in his career. We've talked about all the different guys in the signing class. It seems like you're as excited about Aaron Hester as maybe anybody else in this class.
I'm very high on him just because, and I'll tell you this, he reminds me a little bit of Cameron Wembley.
Oh, wow.
Who was small, undersized defensive end, had no chance of, in terms of like the recruiting. He wasn't a big stars guy. He wasn't, when he came in, there wasn't a big fanfare for him.
I think he had played a lot of option quarterback in high school.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He was undersized, not a bunch of stars, not a bunch of publicity, and ended up being a multi-year NFL guy. I mean, I sort of see some of that in this Aaron Hester. He doesn't appear to have all the sort of luster surrounding him. But when I turn on his film, I just see a lot of explosiveness, which I think is something that, it really translates. A guy being explosive and a guy that can run, it translates at every level, regardless of, your size. And we can always figure out a spot for you in terms of your size. But, when the guy is more explosive than everybody on the field and he just packs the punch that an Aaron Hester does, I think it's just a difference maker.
Well, like I said at the beginning, a lot of fans like legacy recruits, and you hope that they're going to be as great as their father. Obviously, this is, I think we're all excited after hearing you talk about Aaron Hester and watching some of those clips, because you could definitely see that athleticism. And we'll see him at the future of Florida State as part of this 2022 signing class.